Alright, I'm going to do a quick EDC update. This is a Monday through Friday work environment EDC. Obviously, a lot of these things will change when I'm not working or just your everyday outside of work environment or out in the woods, things like that. Obviously, these things always change and they definitely will change in those circumstances. But what you're looking at here is pretty much my Monday through Friday EDC. So we'll start over here. Obviously, part of everybody's EDC is their phone. I actually have to carry two phones. That one there is my work phone, and my camera's acting up, so I'm using my personal phone today, which is the S7. So obviously, unfortunately I got to carry two phones for my EDC. Next up here is my Costanza wallet. Just a basic, genuine leather wallet. I do have a couple other wallets, but I always come back to this one. I got a Cordura one, and I have a smaller, thinner one that I got a while back too, but I always go back to this because I carry so much crap. Next here is my Sharpie. This is the Milwaukee Ink Zaw. You can get these at Home Depot and Lowe's, I believe. They're like $1 or $2 a piece. Really like these. A lot better than just your standard Sharpie. Next is the Pilot G2, one of my favorite pens. I write really small. That one comes in really handy. Next up is your standard Bic lighter. Nothing fancy about that. Always have one on me. For a flashlight, my go-to lately has been this little guy. It's a single AAA. It's the Outback. I'm not sure about any other information on it. I've had this for quite some time. It's a single, like I said, single AAA, single function. I don't know if it's 100 lumens or not. It might be like 50 or 65. But like I said, for the work environment, this fits down. Barely know it's there. Works in great. Can work as a headlamp with a cap. And one thing I do like about it, I work on a lot of stuff. See if I can get that to focus. It has a rubber. It's not going to focus. There it goes. It's got a rubber thing because I always put it in my teeth, and I don't know. I just really like that. It's a fairly inexpensive light. I obviously have other flashlights that I carry when I'm not at work and at work, bigger ones. When I'm not at work, and this one kind of gets swapped out with the Olight baton as well. It's just nice and small. I really like that. Multi-tool. I've been EDCing this one lately. This is the Leatherman's Sidekick. So I really like this one. I do have the OHT, the Wave, the Fuse that I carry. You know, I swap them out quite a bit. But this one I've liked lately for work just because the slimline, you know, thin profile. It's got the nice pocket clip, and the knife and the saw are accessible from the outside. It's got a decent pair of pliers, but I just like it because of small size, so that's what I've been carrying lately for work. Next up here is a good folder. This is the Spyderco. You know, these obviously folders get swapped out a lot, but that's kind of been my go-to lately. And then up next is obviously the keys. I do keep a Leatherman Micra on this one. This one never leaves my keychain. Surprisingly, I really like it. I don't like having scissors on my standard multi-tools, mainly because I have this great little pair of scissors, splinters, things like that. I always get shit in my hands, always mess myself up, so that one comes in extremely handy. Obviously, just keys, and then one of these little peanut lighters, I think they are, or bullet lighters. They look like a pill fob, but it's small, like little Zippo lighter. You can get them County Com, Going Gear, things like that. Fairly inexpensive, and they work great. It's got an O-ring seal on it, so it's watertight, and the fuel doesn't evaporate. Like I said, I filled this up once. I've used it a handful of times, and it's still kicking. And it's all held together by the Leatherman carabiner, bottle opener, multi-tool, etc., etc. thing. Just a fancy carabiner. So that's pretty much it. Oh, and the watch. I've been rocking the Sunto Vector. really enjoy this watch. I was wearing I think it's the Casio G-Shock Explorer Expedition or whatever. I really like that watch, but I got a story behind this one. I actually, not too long ago, stopped in at like a pawn shop type place. Wasn't planning on getting anything, looking through the case, and they had this brand new, unused, in the pack, drumroll, for 29 bucks. I couldn't pass it up. $29 for a Sunto. It's probably the older model, but still, that's like, I mean, fraction of what it's worth. So, couldn't pass it up. Threw it on. It's a little big, a little bigger than my other one, but so far I'm getting used to it. Really like it. But yeah, so that's my 2016 fall, Monday through Friday, work EDC. Thanks for watching. I'll be putting out another one of these. My Woods EDC, my standard EDC. I normally have a sidearm that would be thrown into this, different knife, different multi-tool, different light, etc., etc. So it changes out frequently. I've just been seeing a lot of these up here, so I thought I'd throw mine up there. Stay tuned for another one. I'll try to get that taken care of as soon as possible, so stay tuned for another video, and thanks for watching.